Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Master Zerg from YGG Gaming. Today, I'm going to show you the Zerg vs. Zerg LOTV, Legacy of the Void, how to counter with early Zergling harass. So, in the top left corner, we have Ender. And in the bottom right corner, we have Moi, Astro Zerg. So, basically what will happen is the player who's going to be aggressive, they'll usually go into a early gas pool, and then they'll get their expansion a little later, or they'll go early gas pool and just get a lot of Zerglings and just most likely tear you down. This is why I do a drone scout. In ZVZ, if it's either if it's close position where the other person, where it's a 2v2 map, or the other person is close to you on a 4 player map, then I like to do an early scout. So this guy, I'm just scouting. Okay, so he just goes ahead and does a, he gets the gas and the base right away, as well as I do. So he's doing a little differently. The most common thing you'll see is a gas and then a pool before the expansion. So that's what you're looking out for. Another way people can do it is they will go hatchery and then the gas in the pool, then they'll just get a whole bunch of lings because they'll be on a 2 base. It's still 1 base rush. It's really not actually what they think it is. So it really doesn't, like, even if you have that second base, yeah, you have that base, so you can put drones into it if you fail, but in this case, we'll see what he does. So right now, the spawning pools are up for both players, almost pretty even, about 5 seconds off. And then here you see we have a hidden third. So this is the common third. This is the natural third expansion, if that makes sense. This is the natural. This is the natural third. This is technically the 5th base. So this is a hidden base. We'll see if I end up scouting that. So bases are going up, and you can kind of tell if somebody's planning on doing. This guy doesn't have metabolic boost yet, but over here we do have it started. Let me turn on the hit points. I can't stand not having them on. Sorry. But so you're gonna see. Okay, so you see here how there are 6 lings out. 8 lings, sorry. So the standard, and you can see how they're going straight from my base. So the most standard thing is 4 lings, that's it. And then you do a little bit of scouting. Here we have 8. I only have 4. I do scout it with my overlord, so I put down spine crawlers in both bases. This is the first thing you do. If you see that he has lings coming to your base, put spine crawlers in, because it's going to be a long night. You need to make sure, and then I'd suggest walling off your base, because by this time you probably won't have much of supply because you need to be making Zerglings, supply of drones. So what you do is you wall off your first base with a queen, and then you put some lings in it too, just to make sure it's protected. And you can see here, he has 3 bases, but this was a big waste of money. What he's doing actually is, this is a macro hatchery, which allows him to make more Zerglings. He's really not actually having a better economy than me. It's really almost equal. If you look at the income, it's almost the same. So you can see here, now that I know the harass is probably over, and if it's not, obviously, as you can see here, but it's smarter, instead of putting this in here, it's better move this down here so it can do some damage up here. You can still wall off with your queen. It still works perfectly. You're fine. Other thing you want to do is throw down the Baneling Nest. Do not go to a Roach Warren if you see they're doing a lot of harass with Zerglings. As you can see, I scouted. He has a lot of Zerglings out. I know he's doing something fishy. So he's macroing up now. Once that he has a lot of lings out, and this is the okay. So the important thing is here, I did not see the layer. I did not see it start. So this shows either. As you can see here, it shows he's probably going to go into a Spire. Some players will do spawning pool into Spire and then get the Baneling Nest after the layer's done. But some people will also, and this Overlord is probably going to die, but some people will also decide that they're just going to go into Ling Bane, then Muta. So you can see here, 2 spine crawlers to set up a little choke here, some banelings going down, the lair is almost finished, and a roach horn is now going down since I know for sure the harass is most likely over. These lings here are just hiding, probably to do a little bit of attacking. I'm going to move out now I'm not being harassed. I need to get the defense away. I need to stop being on the defensive, and now the spire is going down. So this is really like something Zerg players will do, and here's the baneling nest. So this is something Zerg players will do. They'll get the spire really early on, just end the game since they know that you probably don't have like the best economy. As you can see, it's not the best economy. I'm on 2 base. I'm still equal with him, so I just run the lings in here. First thing you do is keep the banelings at bay. Since he was out of the base, you keep the banelings at right there to keep the Zerglings at bay. Boom, there go the lings. These lings are going to just flood in. Baneling hit. This is why it's so important to have banelings, because they're going to wreck your opponent's army. And so now, going straight for the spire, which is this is the first thing you want to hit, and splitting up your army is the best thing as well too. The first thing you want to do is take out the spire. Don't go for drones, don't go for bases or something, take out the spire. Because now you can see the spire is gone, he's trying to rebuild it, but that's going to take him a whole lot longer. It's going to take him another 70 seconds. So this is why, and you just keep the harass going with the lings so that you can keep him on his toes. This is really, there's no way you can come back from this. Your drones are gone, more lings are flooding in. This is game. This is so that it's important to make sure you keep up. If you need to scout, this is why scouting is so important. You need to make sure you know what the other person has, because he didn't know. Oh, he's got a lot of lings and banelings. Instead of going straight for the spire, I should probably get a lot more units. So you can see here he's like frustrated. He knows he lost badly. So basically the counter to ZVZ, if you see they're rushing you or harassing you, put down spine crawlers in both your bases in the mineral line. Don't worry, it's not going to affect your mining too quickly. Get a baneling nest as soon as possible after your meta boost. Like, your first 100 goes to a metabolic boost, your second 50, or your next 50 goes into the baneling nest. And then once his primary harass is done, move the spine crawlers here. This is on Frost Temple, but usually just move your spine crawlers down into your natural to give you most protection. Choke it off a little bit. And then make a good amount of units, and then a few banelings to be able to counter lings. Make sure you scout, because I would not have known about that spire unless I hadn't moved out. That rhymed. But make sure you do scout, because if you do not scout, you're going to lose almost 70% of your game. Scouting is probably the most important thing in StarCraft. In Legacy of the Void, at least. This is Zerg from YGG Gaming. If you like this video, subscribe and comment to let me know if you'd like to see any specific type of play. I can show you. Have a great day.